Welcome to Shut Up and Dribble, man. We back with another episode. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal?
It's good. What's good, y'all?
So, you already know how we start these off, man. Fuck the Raiders, that weak ass team, bro. I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. I'm over it. I can't do it no more. Did you see the score?
Yeah, my dad told me. I was like, damn.
45-9.
I was like, damn,
I
they
think it was
suck.
either 48 or 45. But I'm done, bro. I can't.
It was 48-9.
Yeah, bro. I
I was
can't.
like, dang.
Like, I can't. I honestly, like, today, so far, every podcast episode we've done, we talked about the Raiders, and I always said I wasn't gonna rant. I'm ranting today. I'm sick of it, bro. Because this is what happened, bro. Like, so did you know that before the game, our team captain, Yannick Ngakoue, he brought the whole team to the 50-yard line on the Chiefs logo. They were getting hype, dancing, talking shit on their logo, straight disrespecting the logo. And they come out in the first play, fumble, the Chiefs score. And we're just like, dude. And then we just get rocked the rest of the game, bro.
No, they make the Chiefs mad, bro.
And they were exactly. They were disrespecting the whole logo and all. And that's how we performed? Like, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Nah, because their motivation was definitely killed, especially after they scored. Because you doing all that, you can't let them score after you doing all that, bro.
And then the crazy part about it is, when I saw they did that, I was all hype. I was like, yeah. And then the first play, this man fumbles and they score a touchdown on the first play. I know that nobody in the Raiders organization is never going to see this video. But just in case one of y'all niggas stumble across this, I'm about to tell y'all exactly what to do. Fire the whole front office. Coaches, scouts, trainers, coaches, general managers, everybody. Yeah, he's an intern coach. Everybody got to go. If you are not a player, you got to go. That's simple. You got to go. The owner, get that nigga out of here too. Get some new management in Vegas. Switch up the whole culture. Derek Carr, the quarterback, I love Derek Carr, but we can't do nothing for you, boy. Like, I really like Derek Carr, but you deserve better, bro. We trade him to a winning team. Draft Kenny Pickett, one of the young quarterbacks or something, bro. Let's keep pushing. Like, come on, dog. I'm sick of it.
You think they should rebuild? They should blow it up?
Yeah. It's either suck or be good. It ain't that hard. Don't start off good and suck.
They started off really good, and now they
Look, every year they start off really good, and since that really good start puts them to where they can't get a top pick anymore. And then they decide to stuck. So we're stuck with a pick like 18, 19, to where we're not getting nobody that's like one of the top guys in it. We're not getting nobody that's going to come in and change the organization. And to make it worse, our niggas don't even know how to draft. Like, they're the dumbest players every year. They make a stupid pick. Like, it don't make sense, bro. Like, it does not make sense. How do you get paid millions of dollars? And that's what you do. If you could pay me $10 a week and I'll run that organization way better than all I'm saying, bro, is this offseason, if I was like the owner, I would let everybody go and just start fresh. Yeah. I would even cut the whole team, except for like some of the young pieces. Everybody else get to stepping, bro.
You gonna cut them all of them?
Yes, get all them niggas out of here, bro. We've been losing for 4 years in a row with this team. I'm sick of it. I'm over it, bro. Like, at first, we'll be good. I'll give it a year. We out of years, nigga. I'm sick of it, bro.
Oh man, because like they've been losing for years, bro. They won tough 1 year, and then I remember everybody was hyped for next year, and then they sucked bad.
Yeah, literally, we went to the playoffs in 2016. Derek Carr breaks his leg. The next year, we go 3-13. Dog.
Yeah, like that's just poverty, bro.
Like, bro, I blame my grandpa for stressing me out. Why you have to be a Raiders fan? Why can he wake up and say, you know what? We like the Patriots. Like, why did it have to be the Raiders?
You like Tom Brady.
Exactly. It had to be the Raiders.
You like the Patriots, Tom Brady. I mean, that's how it is, man. You got to stick to the franchise. And then when they get though, everybody gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Everyone loving them again.
Bro, I've been saying when the Raiders is gonna be good my whole life. All right, Club. I've been on this beautiful earth for 17 years. I've watched the Raiders in the playoffs once, and they got blew out in the first round.
Yeah, I remember that game too.
So
I remember that game.
Pain,
I
bro.
remember that.
It's like
I thought I was gonna win.
It's like with me being a Laker fan, it's like, yeah, I started like getting into basketball in the poverty years. I ain't really paying attention when Kobe won a ring. I wasn't really paying attention back then.
Yeah,
I started to pay attention when the Lakers were down bad. But now the Lakers got out of the struggle. They drafted right. They traded their pieces. We got a ring. Why can't you do the same thing, Vegas? Oh my gosh!
I think, like you said, I think because you got to sometimes like if it ain't working out with the same ownership, you gotta get that ownership, change the GM, get rid of your coaches, get better coaches, and sometimes you keep losing, you gotta be good.
Man, all right, and it's like every player we had success with, they traded away.
Yeah, and like Khalil Mack.
Yeah, bro. All right, so we had Khalil Mack traded. Then Khalil Mack didn't want to pay him. We traded him away for like in pennies. Then we had Amari Cooper. Didn't want to pay him. Traded him away. Jared Cook didn't want to pay him. Traded him away. Like it doesn't make sense. Like why?
And can they get like Tom Brady or something like that?
Yeah, they could have got Brady. But no, we want Derek Carr. We got Derek Carr. We got Derek Carr.
See that point, like I fire everybody. If I'm an owner, bro, you told me you didn't want Tom Brady, and then he wants the same year.
He won the Super Bowl the next year, dog, bro. And then literally, our coach, or the coach that just got fired, Gruden, we was under him for about 3 years, I think, 3 or 4 years. And his philosophy was fuck defense. We gonna outscore him. He literally said, if the other team puts up 50, we're gonna put up 51.
No,
you can't win games if you don't play defense, bro. Like
no, that's stupid. You can't rely on the offense all the time.
Exactly, it don't make sense.
Oh man, that's still saving for a topic though.
Man, we gonna change this to the Raiders podcast one day. I'm gonna rant for the whole hour. I'm gonna just rant.
The whole hour just rant about the Raiders. The off season. When they in the off season.
Just rant. But in other news, personal news, today I officially got my first scholarship offer, man.
Yes, sir.
It felt good.
I saw that.
It was crazy. The University of Dubuque.
Dubuque?
It's in Iowa.
Okay. I live in Iowa?
No.
It's an offer, right?
Yeah,
it's an offer.
Uh-huh. They lost their spot. Scholarship.
We on a scholarship? For the whole 4 years or 3 years?
I don't know. We gonna see. We gotta talk the financial stuff out, but we gonna see.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I'm gonna miss you, man.
And then before we get into like the actual topics we got planned, there's something that just popped up lately that I wanted to talk about.
So
that the Lakers being interested in Ben Simmons.
Oh, that's not. I think it's real, but I think it's just for what you call it. It's just for to get other teams like, oh shoot, we need to get Ben Simmons.
Yeah, like I think
I think that's that clutch sports thing.
Yeah, at first I didn't believe it. I didn't think it was real until I saw it. I think it was some of the big time people on Twitter released it. Then I was like, all right, it's true.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody.
Man, and I was trying to think like, how does that even make sense?
No, because when I look at it, I see, that's clutch sports, LeBron James, clutch sports, Rich Paul, trying to make sure to help him get traded. Because if the Lakers are interested, it's gonna go big. Everyone gonna talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if the Lakers are really interested, like, what do we have to give them? We don't have a pick. We got is THT. No, hey, they said that might be the move, the piece. That was the rumored piece. Russell Westbrook.
Right, Russ?
It was Russ, THT, and none.
Nah, I don't like that. Because I feel like this is even worse.
I think it was Ben and another shooter. I don't want to say Dan. It was Shake Milton, I believe. I think that was the deal. Like the rumor deal. And
I don't like the idea of Ben Simmons on the Lakers.
It's like, all right, when I first heard it, I hated it. But then as I really sat there to think about it, I kind of started to like it a little bit. But that's only if Ben plays at like a high level on the defensive end. Because that's what I think the Lakers need right now. A true guy that can guard 1-3-5 to help. That can guard
he can't shoot.
I mean, he can't shoot, but Russ can't shoot like that either.
but Russ can hit sometimes.
Yeah,
And
Russell
that's why I'd rather
shooting
have
at
somebody
least.
when it comes to the offense. If AD was shooting good, which he's not, you can't get nobody like this because now you're gonna plug the paint more. They can't even put AD as a 5 for the against space because Ben Simmons sitting down spot the whole game. And then you're gonna have he gonna be sitting in dunking spot, and the teams are just gonna double them like they did in the Sun series. They're gonna double LeBron and AD the whole game because like why I guard Ben? Why guard Ben? Why am I gonna guard him? I'm gonna start LeBron and AD.
Hey man, you seen them off-season videos?
But he's not gonna be shooting with us, bro. He can't shoot save his damn line.
All right, so we're gonna do it like this. Let's imagine. Let's go to imagination. Let's pretend you are the general manager of the Lakers, right?
Right.
But before you get there, Pelinka does the deal, blah, blah, Ben Simmons is the Lakers.
Right.
How are you controlling that offense? What are you trying to do? Like, what's the goal?
Run. I mean, at that point, you really got to run. It's defensive run.
What are you doing in half court? That's the question.
Half court?
In a half court set, what is it?
AD not shooting well, so somebody you got to. So my starting lineup for that would be Ben Simmons. Who will be? How you shoot? Monk or Ellen? I put Ellen saying he's taller. And then say Trevor Reeves is healthy, and I put Trevor Reeves, LeBron at the 4, and then AD. And then I guess you put AD on like the high post.
And then Ben in the low post.
On the left high post, Ben in the low post. Or like Ben bring the ball up when he gets to LeBron, and then he gets him on the low post. And then you put LeBron up top, whatever LeBron want to be at, and you put like Ellington in the corner. But it's like Ben Simmons is testing stuff. Like, I don't know if I'm a team, I ain't guarding it. Yeah. I ain't guarding Ben Simmons. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a guard him, but like I'm a double team off him a lot when Davis got the ball. And that's why I feel like Ben Simmons makes sense for the Lakers because it even messes up the spacing, especially when AD's better in the paint more this season than outside. Then you should focus more on getting more shooting so you can have AD more in the paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd rather have the Lakers get someone like if they have to make a big trade. I'd rather get like a guy like Jeremy Grant.
Yeah,
which I don't think gonna happen because they're not getting rid of THT.
Yeah, that was my next point. That Jeremy Grant was on the hit list as well.
Yeah, which is not gonna happen. But if they really don't like THT for some reason, they like him to warn, they want Jeremy Grant. I'd rather have Jeremy Grant, or I'd rather get Jeremy Lamb. Not Jeremy Lamb. What's his name? Justin Holiday from the Pacers. I'd rather get somebody that can shoot the basketball. Because like AD can't, he's not shooting good. So I think you get Ben Simmons, now he really has to shoot jump shots. Like, he has to shoot jump shots for Westbrook. But, you know, people, they'll not really guard Westbrook. But, like, if he hit, he might be hitting.
At least.
So if he hitting, they'll respect it. Especially if he's hitting. Like, he hitting, then it's like, damn, we got to guard him. He's actually hitting. But Westbrook's not afraid to shoot. That's one thing I like about Westbrook. Another thing I like about Westbrook. He's not afraid to shoot it.
Does that nigga not afraid to come down court and just throw the ball up?
Yeah. Sometimes Westbrook come out, I'm like, let's go, bro. I see that man throwing it up seed. That's how he hit the 3. You see that?
That man literally just run down court, throw the ball up, start crip walking. Westbrook been waiting to play in LA so long. You can tell the way that nigga be crip walking all over the place.
I like Westbrook though. Like, I know I'm supposed to hate on it and stuff. I like Westbrook as a Laker though.
No, I like him too.
Is it just me? Like, doesn't he just fit as a Laker?
I like him
like
because,
he fits the Laker culture.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the definition of being a Laker is like excitement, lobs, like stuff like fun. And Westbrook brings that. He brings the energy. He brings the hype. He dances and all that.
Yeah.
That's why I like Westbrook and the Lakers. I wouldn't want to get rid of him. I want him to retire. I'm not gonna lie. Being honest.
I would love to have him on the team for a while. I'm a retired Laker, but
I want all three of them. I want the big three to retire Lakers right now.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Because I know if LeBron decides to leave, we're screwed. So I don't want to go through that. Let's just watch LeBron age.
Yeah, LeBron. We trade AD for Bronny. we trade THT for Bron. That's all LeBron can do.
Like, not gonna lie, as a true Laker fan, I wouldn't be upset if we were just a team that contends, but we don't actually win the finals. I would be okay just watching this team, watching LeBron, and then having LeBron just his final seasons play out, and then we go from there.
Facts, because I think people don't realize, like, that's why you see a lot of Laker fans and like saying trade AD, trade this person, trade the whole team, but you don't win every year. And like even with like Kobe and Gasol, They didn't win even Kobe and Shaq before Kobe was got better. But even like Kobe and Gasol, like after they won 2 championships, they were getting swept in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They was getting beat bad, and it's like damn.
Yeah, that's like people overlook
so like
that
but you don't win every
because
year,
of what Kobe
it's the
done
Lakers.
for the Lakers.
Yeah, and because and so they overlook it. But they hated on him a lot during those years. So like but people forgot they hated on him so much. But they hated on him a lot during like when he was losing a lot. But like that's why I think people don't realize like teams that you don't win every year. That's why like Knicks fans are so happy they made it to the playoffs for the first time in forever. You know that like they lost bad and Trae Young was clowning them and stuff.
They don't give a damn. They said we in here.
Yeah, we finally made it.
Yeah,
I just want to be able to watch this compete.
Yeah, I just want to be because after being bad for so long, it just feels good to have it's like a favorite team that's contending.
Yeah,
in basketball, like, it feels good to watch the Lakers contend and be able to like be at least be in championship conversations. For me,
yeah,
I think like all the true Laker fans that sat there and was in the struggle, watching all the losing games and all that, I think they're okay with what's going on this year. Because they know that we're gonna win games, we're gonna be in the playoffs. Like the fact that we're in the playoffs is still like, yes, sir. Like
like LeBron center 37 just dropping 30 casually. Having fun.
It still feels
that's
good
fun,
to me.
Bro.
Like we're losing some games, but like it's basketball. Stuff happens, man.
Yeah.
So another big thing that happened this week was the Pacers. Or not this week, but recently.
It was this week, wasn't it? It was last week. It was last week. You filmed this on Monday. It was last week.
Yeah. So Indiana going out and saying that they're going into full rebuild mode. So the Pacers have always been one of those teams that's like 6, 8 seed, maybe the 5th seed when the Oladipo season.
Like the Raiders.
Yeah, like the Raiders. Basically like the Raiders, but in the playoffs.
Well, going to the playoffs. That's all.
Yeah, they're Raiders that are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So Indiana, they're always one of those mid-tier teams that I'll think of them as like an Eastern Conference Trailblazers. It's a team that's just always in the playoff conversation, not doing nothing too special. The last couple of years, they've been okay with being decent.
Right.
And was it last season? Last season they brought in that new coach named Ivan Walker. I don't know his name, but Ivan something. And he was having bad chemistry with the locker room, fighting players and all that.
That was funny. I remember seeing something.
Indiana, and then they brought in Rick Carlisle, which I liked, which is going to help them out, build the young players at least for now.
Yeah.
And now that they announced that they're rebuilding, I really love that for Indiana. They get to start fresh and be able to because there's a lot of young talent coming in from college. A lot of people don't know about the upcoming draft class in the next 2 years, but there's a lot of talent that I think is going to be able to develop and be great in this league, especially with Duarte. Already having him on the squad is going to be good for Indiana. So Indiana's rebuilding. What do you think they should do? Who's off the team first for you? Sabonis, Turner.
Who would I trade? So I feel like
I
think so. They said they only want to trade Sabonis or Miles Turner. So more likely, I think the person. I think the Kings definitely try to get Sabonis. I think they can use another guy like Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
Sabonis with like I can't think of it right now. De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton building a third star to help them get some edge. I can see the Warriors trade. People think the Warriors might trade for Turner or Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
And I see more. I mean, if I'm the Warriors, I'll probably go for Sabonis more because he's smaller, kind of fits more your system. But then they can build like a David Lee thing that they used to have, like a post player. He's dominant. Like they never had a post player.
Because he's a white big man. That's why you say David Lee.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And he the post. He can post like Big David Lee. And he can play man.
Big David Lee.
Oh, bro. Like I feel like that would be good for him. Because like the Warriors, I feel like it would be the biggest threat because they got a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like everyone like damn. Like I was like, because they have the most young talent.
Literally.
So if they really want to, they can make a move.
They can literally just give up Kuminga and Wiseman. Sponge.
Yeah. And then you get like Sabonis or Miles Turner. I don't see Miles Turner being there because they're like going small, and so I can't see them want to go get a big. You know what I mean?
Actually, for me, I actually saw them getting out and going to get Miles Turner because I think the way they play offensively fits the way he plays, but defensively, that scheme I think it's too fast paced for Miles Turner.
Yeah,
but I feel like he'll find a way to adjust. He's a professional. He should figure it out. Steve Kerr's a great coach, so I think he'll figure out something for him. And even if you get Miles Turner, I don't even say you have to start him because you already have such great chemistry with Looney at the 5, or even Draymond at the 5. So you don't have to start him.
But I feel like they would want to.
Just for yeah, you would obviously want to start him.
He making $18 million, so like you don't want nobody to make $18 million off the bench.
But as soon as he gets there, I feel like you should bring him off the bench just to get him used to it, to the scheme and all that, and just keeping that same system together. But yeah,
the Hornets getting Miles Turner though.
Yeah, the Hornets. That was another team. I even saw, what was it? It was the Magic picking up Miles Turner. And it was them. It was either them trying to get Turner or Sabonis. It was one. I think it was Sabonis. I
don't see Atlanta doing that.
Yeah, there's been a couple.
I don't see Atlanta doing that. They trying to tank, so I don't know if they want to get a center like Turner, $80 million too, and they trying to lose. I don't see them doing that.
And then there's another player on that team that nobody talks about anymore, Karis LeVert.
Yeah,
they're also trying to move out. Or I don't really know where you send Karis LeVert.
Dallas. I would love to see the Dallas.
I was trying to think of a destination. I thought of Dallas, but then I won't know how that would work because you're pairing Luka with like a non-shooter.
Yeah, because I think I like him Dallas because he's a secondary ball handler, gives Luka more break off the ball. Yeah. Luka got to do everything, and so I think someone else like LeVert can score. He can dribble, he can score, he can pass a little bit, give Luka a little bit more off the ball chances, off the ball touches, and have more like scoring. That's why I feel like he'd be perfect there. I just don't know if they would give up for him. That's might get like the Powell and like a bunch of the younger players in the pick. But I don't know if they want to give that much for him. He haven't played good this season. So I don't know if they want to give that much for him. Especially if he's not playing good.
So, and I'm assuming that the Pacers are like planning on cleaning house. So I'm assuming that means that Brogdon's going to be able to move too.
They can't trade him yet.
Yeah, they can't trade him right now? Didn't they just signed him to an extension now?
Yeah, they can't trade him.
Okay, so they're probably going to be on the deadline, huh? If they were to move Brogdon.
Either deadline or next season.
So if they were to move Brogdon, a place that I like, that I actually want to see Brogdon go to is probably, I want to see it in Philly. Because you pair someone like Brogdon next to Ben Simmons, that works perfectly. Because you have someone that can take the ball out of Ben Simmons' hands where he can just chill in the dunker spot, catch lobs. Or you have someone that can just spot up for Ben Simmons if you need it. Brogdon plays great defense, rebounds the ball, he can assist players out. So I think Brogdon would be great.
Man, I wanted that trade to happen so bad. But I think like the reason why I haven't done it yet, obviously they just extended him. And I don't know if Philly might not do it. But I think that's like the best. That's like the best option for him though. Because like Brogdon, like I said, he can shoot off the ball, he can play on the ball with the ball, he can pass. He can do everything that they need from him. He just a little old, he's like 29. But I think I think he can injure sometimes. Yeah, but I think especially we get injured too. So
But what do you trade for Brogdon though?
And for Philly?
If you're deciding if Ben says he's gonna stay, you keep Ben, have Embiid, who are you trading? Not his value. Tobias?
Like Ben he's not staying, bro.
You don't think Ben's gonna stay?
Hell no, he don't want to be there no more, bro.
Well, then, I don't think Philly even wants to trade him. Not gonna lie, I don't think Philly trades him. Hello? And the only team I can see Ben going to is Portland. That's the only team that makes sense for both sides of the trade, you know? It is Portland. I don't know where this man just went, so I'm gonna carry. But yeah, in my opinion, I only see Ben going to Portland. Like, yeah, you can say the Celtics, but I don't see them breaking up that duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who's played great together this season. They've been building on a lot since they made that Eastern Conference Final. All right, dog. I don't know what happened. We had some technical difficulties, but we back. We back.
And we're back.
And we back. So, where were we at? What were we talking about? What was going on?
We were talking about Ben Simmons, I think. Trading.
Like, yeah, we're talking about trading. Philadelphia trade pieces.
Yeah.
So, screw that. Let's move on. Portland. The Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, yeah, that's where it gets hard.
So, Portland, I wanted to spend like a good amount of time on Portland, like a chunk of the episode.
Right.
Talking about Portland and their woes because I feel like it's really interesting. Because Portland has the similar situation as Indiana. struggling team,
like the same
or like a
team.
decent team in the Western Conference. Literally everything we said about Indiana, it's the same thing about Portland, but in the Western
It's
Conference.
like and
So,
different personnel.
Yeah, so think of it that way. But the difference with Portland is they have a superstar in Damian Lillard and another good secondary option in CJ McCollum. Just the team that built around him has not been that great.
No. So
here we go. What do we do first? We're gonna pretend we're the general managers. You got your team, I got my team. All right.
So my issue, it's hard to make moves to this team now because CJ got a collapse lung. So I don't know what Portland gonna do. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I was trying to think today, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, what team think Portland do? And I was like, okay, CJ, I'm like, they can't even trade him. He got collapsed lung. So I don't know if TC want him. And then Dave's been sucking bad this whole season. He's been trash.
Dave's been off this year.
Yeah. I think one person might be a trade, Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic could be on the move. So if we're being like specific with Damian Lillard playing bad, I got the stats right here. So Damian Lillard this season, 20 games, 21.5 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. That doesn't sound bad when you think of it on like a statistical standpoint, just on numbers. But Damian Lillard is a guy that's coming off of seasons like 24 or 25 points a game for the giving you last year. This year is 21, 4, and 7.
So bad.
It's good. It looks good, but it's not good for Damian Lillard, if that makes sense.
Percentages.
Yeah, so also I'm about to get into from the field, 39%, from 3, 30%. So
that's like bad.
Dame Dollar has been struggling this season. So the main thing with me, and if I was the general manager of this team, in real life, they said that they're not trading Damian Lillard.
Right.
They said they're not moving Dame. They're going to keep Dame. They're just probably going to try to trade some other pieces around him, which makes sense. Why would you trade a superstar player like that if he doesn't want out, which makes perfect sense. But if I'm the general manager, I think the first move I would do is you can't trade CJ now, but I think I would trade Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I think they should blow it up. Of course.
I would trade Damian Lillard just because of he's gave everything for this organization from his rookie year to where he is now. Played through injuries, made big plays, made clutch plays in the playoffs. He's gave it all, right? Rip City is kind of known as Damian Lillard City. Right. So I think they should do good by Damian Lillard and send him to Philadelphia. That's what I think. Philly? They send him to Philly.
What trade would you do?
I think you do, Ben Dame swap.
Straight up?
The money works, but I think you might have to add a little bit you might have to add a little bit to get something from the Sixers because
it works.
It works money-wise.
Money-wise, it works.
I don't think the Sixers do that straight up, just because of how young Ben is, and because they want picks from any other team because Daryl Morey is pick hungry. So I think if you're Portland, you add I don't want to say you add like a top pick, but you had to pick in one of the upcoming years, Dame swap. If they don't take that, that's on them. But that's what I think would be the perfect trade. Just one-on-one swap with one pick, Dame or Ben Simmons. And once you're Portland, once you acquire Ben, that's when you can start. You could say the rebuild, but you can start to still compete with Ben Simmons, who's going to win you some games. And then you can still bring in more young talent. Because when CJ gets healthy, that's a 1-2 punch of Ben and CJ, who's probably still going to be a decent team. Yeah. And you can still probably stockpile picks from other assets you got, like in Nurkic and stuff like that. And then eventually, when you're ready, you move on from CJ.
Yeah. I think they should do. Because, they just ran this course, bro. It's not going to work how much as Dame wants it to. You're playing bad, especially if you're playing bad, and the way the team's constructed. The team been the same for, since 2019. I think even more than that. We've seen this team so much. I just want Dame, and I don't want the whole team. They need to blow it up. It's not working. It's obvious it's not working. And I think, because you can't say trade CJ, I think maybe just get rid of Dame. It's just a choice. That's just what you got to do. Get rid of that man. Send him somewhere else. Free Dame. And then I think Ben Simmons is just the best option for it because since they don't want him either. Since Philly, they want an all-star superstar, and Dame be perfect for it. Because Dame and Embiid, that's a dominant.
Dame and Embiid, Tobias, Tyrese Maxey,
and he keep getting Green and Steph Curry probably. So I don't know. They might be like, they might be if a pick on because Dame's playing bad. Like if Dame's playing off his world, I think then they're like, oh, we don't need no damn pick. We ain't give you a pick. So they might have to give a pick just because he ain't playing well. Like,
And then another trade option that I think Philly's the easy way out, or for us as fans, I think that's the easiest trade for us to come up with.
right.
But as going deeper into the Trailblazer trading Dame situation, another good fit for him, I think, would be trading him to Denver.
Right.
Now, I think the trade you do is Dame, Jamal Murray, MPJ. Both of them being hurt kind of makes it like a no-no for Portland. But there's no rule in the league saying you can't trade for injured players, right?
I don't think there is.
That's just a
it's just their
2K
value.
I don't know why 2K got that, but yeah. So you can trade. I feel like, and it makes sense because you're still trying to rebuild, right? You have a good team. You have a really good team, right? Or not a really good team. You have a solid team, right? You trade Damian Lillard to You trade Dame to Denver. You get back Murray, MPJ. That they're both out for the season right now, which means you have this whole season to tank. You tank this whole year, you get a top pick, you bring in a Paulo Banchero or you bring in a Chet Holmgren to pair with Jamal Murray, CJ, and MPJ. You're talking about a whole different Blazers team now. Maybe a team that can make a little bit of a run in the Western Conference.
I think the only thing about that trade, though, is that I don't see the Nuggets doing it. Only because they paid Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray so much money that means that they feel that, because especially after Murray's bubble season, I feel like they feel that they can build something off that. Because like that duo, especially how young they are, I feel like they rather probably just keep both of them because they're a lot younger. Just to help they overcome their injuries. Because they overcome their injuries and they're fine. I feel like they probably rather just try to build a trio of Murray and Porter Jr. than just Dame, especially the way Dame playing. I think they might not want to do that trade.
Well, hold on, give me like 5 minutes.
All right. So yeah, man, Dame, number one, Dame is sucking. You know, he's just not playing well. So I don't see why they would do that. But a little quick intermission from the topic today. We'll get back to Portland, but we're gonna talk about Curry, two more threes, breaking the record. They played today.
2 more threes away?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know he was that close. I knew he was close, but
I thought you were gonna beat it today. It's Indiana.
He didn't break. Oh yeah, he didn't get it.
He got 5-15. He launched them things. He shot 5-15.
I honestly think he's just trying to get the record at this point.
Yeah, because he launched it 15 threes. I mean, he launched a lot of threes anyway,
but once he gets it, I think he's gonna chill out. That nigga just started that throwing now. But Stephen Curry, interesting topic. Something I did want to talk about. Where do we put Stephen Curry all time now? Steph Curry, I think he deserves his respect as a top 15 player of all time, right?
You think he's top 10?
No, I'm saying he's in that top 15 no matter what.
Yeah.
Now, he's guaranteed in the top 15. Now we got to make the argument. Who comes out of the top 10 and who does Steph replace, right?
It's so hard.
So right now, I'm going to try to, like, off that dome, try to write down the top 10 and see who we put Steph in, right? So this is no order. You got MJ, Braun, Kobe, Shaq, Kareem.
Yeah.
Who else we got? We got
Magic.
Yeah, Magic, Bird, Magic.
I'll take Bird out, bro.
Bird. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. We got Wilt.
Real.
Who else we missing? Is Bill Russell top 10 in the top 10?
Some people consider him top 10.
Olajuwon? No, Duncan. Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I'm talking about Duncan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need one more. We got MJ, Braun, Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Wilt, Duncan. Who's that 10th spot?
I don't know. Like, who would you put in top 10? Like, when you look at like that last spot.
You look at all time. I think you either go with Olajuwon or you go with Olajuwon or Bill Russell.
I might go Bill Russell. I don't know. Elijah was amazing. Bill had 12 rings. Like, ain't nobody got.
We're gonna go Bill Russell. So yeah, that's our quick. That's not our official top 10. So don't go running wild with it. It's just our quick off the dome top 10, right? The people that are solidified in the top 10: MJ, Bron, Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, Duncan. Now, we got some decisions to make. Bird, Wilt, Russell. Who solidified out of those three?
I'm only might take Bird out just because Bill Russell got 12 ratings.
Okay.
That's only why. And I'm be like, oh, I never seen him play either. So
people, I don't want to hear this. They played in different eras argument. Who cares, bro?
Yeah.
Who cares that they played in different eras? All that. I guess it makes sense. We're trying to figure out who's better. But if you're saying who's a top 10 NBA player at their time, you got Wilt's a top 10 player at his time. Give that nigga respect.
100 points. Nobody.
Yeah, Bill Russell, the greatest defender in his time. Like, give him his respect. So, I think you keep Bird in it for now. But if Steph wins MVP in the ring this season, I think
I'll be winning MVP. He's gonna be top 10.
I think if he wins a ring,
I think after the season he'll be top 10.
If he wins another ring without KD, I think he's solidified at top 10, and one of them has to come out. And I think you bring either Bird or Russell out. One of them comes out.
That's the hard thing. What about KD though? What if he get MVP this season?
Then you gotta talk about KD being top 10. Because I remember a couple, I think it was last year, I made a top 10 list just trying to figure out where I stood, and I had KD at 10.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, now what, dog? Like, with the way they're both playing, maybe you take two of them out and put in KD and Steph. But then it's who comes out.
Think about KD, though, you just start thinking about his ring.
Yeah.
And then it's just like even though it's like, okay, like not every team probably won like super team and stuff like on the list, but it's just how slimy they are, you know. Yeah. It's just that's why KD never get the respect he deserves. Like even though he balled out, it's just like, dog, you had a whole super team.
That's hilarious because they played together.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why it's always hard because like you look at the other guys, you look at the teams, and their teams are stacked. Like a lot of them they play on really stacked teams. But I don't know the Warriors, that team was really too stacked at the time.
So I think if we're gonna, I think we should do it later, probably at the end of the year. We'll give our top 10 all time and see if we put them in there somewhere.
That's end of season type stuff.
Yeah, probably end of season during the off season.
LeBron with another one. That might be a wrap for Jordan.
if LeBron, I'm telling you now, if LeBron wins another ring, it's wraps. What else? What else can you argue?
Half the season had 30 points and half the seasons, bro.
Exactly. If LeBron wins a ring this year at 37 years old, about to be 38, what are you going to argue? What are you going to argue? How many rings LeBron got right now? 4?
4. Yeah, 4.
What do you think? Jordan still has one more. Like, dog.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to argue at that point?
Because he's so old, too. I mean, that's why Shaq said if he passed Kareem, he automatically the greatest. He's the greatest scorer of all time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then if Bron becomes the greatest scorer of all time too, it's like, I mean, the points leader. Is Jordan really the greatest scorer of all time now? Like,
hey, that's a crazy question. Because LeBron's favorite things to do is pass.
Exactly. So it's like, he's about to be the greatest scorer ever. And this man is a passer, but he's about to lead the NBA in points.
I don't make no damn sense.
I don't think no one will ever catch up to Stockton, but imagine he passes Stockton in assists.
He played that long. I don't think he will, but it depends. Like the way he's playing, it's hard to argue he's not gonna play really long unless he gets like a lot of injuries. But the way he's playing right now, I'm just like, this man might play until he's in his late 40s.
Like, his late 40s, 45 years old.
Yeah, why not?
Like Brady, huh? He's hooping.
He gonna wait for Bryce.
Man, imagine Bronny, Bryce, and LeBron on the same team.
They play in Cleveland.
They playing in Cleveland. Cleveland, the king. For you. Said
like gray hair.
The king from Cleveland.
It's Prince. Prince.
The Prince.
No, but like the way he's just playing, I just like it's hard to say he might not play for another 5-6 years. Just the way he's playing.
Yeah. LeBron is something else, man. Let me look this up so I can see. I want to get an accurate, like, what would you call it, statement on it. And I also want to know for myself on how far LeBron is from passing or getting close to
Kareem?
No, getting close to Stockton.
Oh,
I know, isn't LeBron like third scoring?
he is second.
He's
Oh, no,
second?
he's third. You're right. No, he's third. Did he pass Malone?
No, I don't
Let me
think
see.
he passed Karl Malone, right? No, he didn't. He never did. He passed Kobe. I remember that was a big one that he
Yeah, he
passed
passed
Kobe.
Kobe. And I
Okay.
think this season or next season will pass Malone.
Okay, so LeBron is gonna pass Oscar Robertson this season. It's gonna be 7th all-time in assists.
Yeah.
He plays another year, he's gonna pass Magic. He's gonna be 6th. Then he's probably gonna pass Mark Jackson. If he passes Mark Jackson, he's gonna pass Steve Nash. And then he has to beat Chris Paul, but they're both still playing right now, which is kind of hard. So LeBron, but he can get up to where Chris Paul is. I don't know about passing him. So I think
He's not gonna pass Chris Paul.
If Chris Paul plays for another year or two, he passes Jason Kidd. So I see LeBron probably ending his career probably around 13,000 assists.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't see him passing Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul maybe gonna pass Stockton.
Chris Paul needs 5,000 more assists.
So it's like if he plays, maybe if he plays a few more seasons, like a lot more seasons.
Chris Paul could have passed Stockton if he plays at a solid level for the next 2-3 years.
And if he stays healthy.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he passes
So
Stockton.
if he stays healthy, I think he can pass him.
That's crazy. And then in points, LeBron is going to pass Karl Malone this season.
Yeah, he should.
Or he needs another 1,200 points. Then he passes.
He'll pass him this season or next season for sure.
Yeah. So he's either gonna pass him this season, or next season, and then he needs another full season to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So if LeBron plays 3 years at the level he's playing right now, LeBron will be the all-time NBA scoring leader.
That's crazy.
And I don't think LeBron James retires until he passes that, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I don't think he's gonna retire. Like once he passes, he still might retire after he passes. But I can see him being in the league until he passes.
Yeah, I think he'll literally play until he breaks that record.
Because
that's the only thing holding him back from putting him above Jordan.
Oh, that's actually old. Yeah, because his point. I mean, he ain't higher than Jordan though. But if you pass that, it's how can you really argue? His scoring is so high.
Yeah, I think that makes him the undisputed greatest player of all time.
Especially if he wins a ring. Bro, if he wins if he can win another ring, even if he wins 2 rings, if he wins another ring, I think that would make it even harder to argue Jordan. But if he wins 2, if he matches Jordan, which I doubt will happen, unless the Lakers just they win this year and they win next year. But I doubt that's gonna happen. But they do, I will I love it as a fan. But if he's able to win 2 more rings before his career is over, then yeah. Especially if he's a big factor to those rings. Then it's that man. You can't argue. It's hard to argue Jordan.
If LeBron wins 2 more,
he got 6. He got 6.
It's over with. Can't say anything about it. Jordan, you had your run, bro. You had your run.
Yeah.
It's over with. The king. It's time for the king to officially sit in his throne.
Do you think LeBron should be the greatest?
I will not respect too. What is that?
Do you think LeBron should be automatically go? People should see him as a go.
As of right now, I think people should see LeBron.
Yeah.
Only because he's been dominant since he stepped foot on the NBA court.
He's 17.
To be honest, there's a part of me that says Kareem's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, Kareem don't get argued because they don't argue like Kareem because Kareem old. I mean, old because he's old because he's a big man. Because he's a big man.
And he was boring too.
Really good.
Kareem literally dominated the league for 20 years straight.
He dominated basketball.
He dominated basketball his entire life, and it's not getting respect there.
Nobody wants to give this man respect.
This man, Kareem, was the best player in the NBA for 19 years in a row. As a move that no one can stop. I don't think anyone that plays right now can stop it.
No. If more people use the skyhook, they probably just dangerous, scary.
If you give Giannis a skyhook, dog.
LeBron was last year? That man was doing skyhooks a lot. He was hitting that thing.
No, you know who else is hitting those skyhooks?
Kuz.
The Kuz bus.
Yeah, Kuz. I tell you, bro. Kuz might be next to ring.
Oh, Lord.
Kareem Cruz on the ball.
This man.
That guy hooked a lot last year.
Yeah.
Like, I just want some player, like some rookie, to come in the league and just master the sky hook. It's like a center, and it just sort of sky hooks.
I wish I could go to a world to where I can see how everything's like what if all the what ifs could be solved.
Yeah.
Like I want to see how Derrick Rose's career plays out. 2K ain't no damn realism in 2K. I want to see what happens if Magic don't get AIDS. I want to see how like if Jordan don't retire. Stuff like that, bro. Like,
we can see the Click Production channel on 2K. Shouts Click.
What was that one dude name? The guy used to make videos like that. He fell off all of a sudden.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Man, Young Arrow.
Young Arrow. Yeah.
Yo, Young Arrow. I remember he went from making videos with no face cam. He was talking regular. As soon as this nigga got popular, like, no, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I started watching. Once he put a face cam on, I started watching him.
I know he started switching his content too.
Yeah,
I was like, you should keep doing the
playoff series and all that.
Yeah, because like that's what like made him big. And that's what I was listening. When Click started doing it like everybody, Click's thing went like bigger. Cause like it's like damn, like I miss watching those. Cause I remember when I first saw Click's video, I'm like, damn, I'm just watching these. Cause I would never do it myself. Cause it's too much work. I ain't sitting there for like hours. Yeah, just sitting there hours, just sitting there or something. I get sleepy.
You'll knock out.
So yeah, that's how I watch Young Nero. I watched him play. He's a Roblox football league.
That nigga plays Roblox.
I know, I promise you. The Roblox football leagues are mad entertaining. They were saying they cuss each other out in Discord.
Bro, I haven't watched a Young Nero video since like 9th grade. No, as soon as he put a face cam on, I stopped watching him.
Hell no.
I literally just stopped watching as soon as that man put a face cam on. I wasn't playing it, bro. I was not.
Probably a lot of people, man.
Yeah, I wasn't having that.
You said I wasn't having that. You saw hell no. I ain't watching this. I can't watch 2K.
Man, I came here to watch. What if Shaq and Kobe never left? Not hard knocks. Never did this. Nah, I ain't watching it.
Young Nero Gamer, man. Shout out to Young Nero. Oh, you look me not cloudy, bro. We had so much beef, so we so cloudy. Last episode we talked about Nick Red.
Oh,
like 2 episodes ago. We was cloudy, bro. We had so much YouTube drama going on.
We had big followers.
Yeah,
bro. If we had like a really like big fan base, bro, we would be in so much drama. Bro, I would be in drama with the entire Raiders organization. Bro, don't tell me it happened again. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we're going to do it. Oh, never mind.
The Raiders about to demonetize.
Exactly, bro. All right, bro. The Zoom is tripping, dog. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I saw you like you were quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, you went quiet on my side. So we don't see who really was quiet. Yeah, we probably been going for like an hour 20.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to wrap it up around there, man.
Tripping.
Yeah, remember, we ain't stopping. Zoom stopped. Remember that. Don't forget.
Zoom selling us right now.
Man, Zoom is selling, man. Remember, LeBron over Jordan. Lakers in 5.
You like cussed out.
Like Briz. Young Nero's bitch. And remember, shut up and dribble, man. Get out of here. Peace.